Guardian partners always say, hey, it's fucking hell on earth up here. You should be covering us more. And so, okay, I came across this video about Justin Trudeau, who says he just represents the authoritarian left. And he said some interesting things about vaccine passports and unvaccinated people. And I'm going to give you my thoughts here in a little bit, but let's listen to what this ass had to say. Let's check it out.
Trying to bring people together is not always compatible with science, with respect for human rights, with the best way to move things forward. I mean, when Aaron O'Toole talks about, oh yes, we need to unite people, we need to bring people together, he's talking about defending the rights of people who are anti-vax, to endanger my kids and endanger us all of future lockdowns and risk all of us having a slower recovery. If you make a choice, a personal choice, to not get vaccinated, then I will have no sympathy for you when you come to me and said, oh, but I can't go out to a restaurant with my friends, or I'm not being allowed to go to the gym, or my employer
Listen to this guy,
is telling
man.
me I have to continue to work from home. You don't have a right to endanger others. Trying to bring people together.
All right. Look, like they're so emboldened right now to where they're saying whatever the fuck they want, man. And no matter how jacked up or fucked up that it is, these guys who are so kumbaya, integration and inclusion and all of this shit have made it clear that they will ostracize every single person that does not line up to get a jab, and they simply do not give a fuck about you. I'm glad that they're saying that so they can shut the fuck up about all this health, and it's about caring about people, and we care for people's safety. No, you don't. It's about allegiance, and that's it. You know, I do want to speak on something in terms of what he said that was just so stupid. And it's this idea that, okay, you don't have the right to endanger others. See, they're going to continue to hold on to that lie despite what the actual evidence and what the facts are. The fact is, and this isn't my opinion, you can still spread the shit if you are vaccinated. Okay? You can still spread it. You can still get someone else sick. You yourself can still get sick despite it really just being not a vaccine in terms of the traditional sense of making you immune, but more of a symptom mitigator is what it is. Okay? So because it's just a symptom mitigator, you can still spread this. And we know that, right? We know that. We've talked about 25, 40% in certain counties. When you look at some of these cases, or rather the hospitalizations, being 25, 40% of the COVID patients are fucking people that have been already fully vaccinated. Okay? You could still spread it. So this idea that you're putting other people in danger when you know if you're infected, we've talked about this as well. Your beloved CDC has already conceded this, that the viral load of an infected person versus them being fully vaccinated or unvaccinated is virtually the same. Okay? So that's a lie. They're still continuing to say that because that was something that they sold the vaccine in itself on. Anyway, they sold it on, well, by getting this, you're caring about the health of other people. So a lot of people think that they're more grandstanding right now. But that's horseshit because we know you can still spread it. Your own data suggests as such. You can still spread it. So you can put other people in danger. This is why it's so stupid to try to word COVID spreading like that, especially when you did do it with no other virus. Oh, you don't have the right. And then he talks about his kids, like kids or something that are subject to being severely hurt or like hospitalized or dying from COVID in comparison to, like, I don't know, every other age group aside from them. They're like the lowest in terms of their, but it's always about the kids, right? Every time if you want to force people to do what it is that you want, always appeal to the kids. It works every time. 60% of the time, it works every time. Where you just say, hey, we're doing it for the children, right? Oh, I'm absolved. I'm absolved of doing whatever fucked up thing that I want to do. It's all justified, right? Because it's for the children. Their little defaults don't even make sense when you consider and analyze their own data. Yet, they he gets to say things like, this is the fucked up thing. He's like, okay, he's telling you, this is your leader, your beloved government official who's telling you that he has no fucking sympathy for basically any of you guys that are unvaccinated, that have your life inconvenienced or even ruined. He doesn't care, okay? This person's an asshole. And this is why I'm like, dude, I get it. You know, you want to project your own set of morals and ethics on someone else. So you always try to give these people the benefit of the doubt. I'm not giving any of them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to call them exactly what they are. Authoritarian, evil pieces of shit. Okay? That's what they are. There's no reason to pretend like these people aren't evil. There's no reason to do that, especially when they get to just yell with such confidence that you're the bad person simply because you won't line up and get an experimental vaccination, which should be up to you, especially because this is just a symptom mitigator. If your vaccine works in a way that you say that it should have worked, then you shouldn't even be worried about me, right? Because it works, right? So now I'm putting you in danger as a vaccinated individual because I'm unvaccinated. That doesn't even make any fucking sense. Look, people of Canada, big shout out to Chris Scott. He's one of the few that are out there saying, look, man, fuck this. That's what it's going to take. As these leaders have been able to kick that can down the road, and they have, unfortunately, a lot of little brainless behind them that'll do whatever it is they want them to do, right? And it's fun. Like, imagine it. This is classic abuser behavior, man. My allergies are going off right now. But this is classic abuser behavior. While he's saying, well, you're threatening my family with a lockdown. Like, hold, wait. Nobody's threatening you with a lockdown. You're like, imagine that. This is why I say it's classic abuser behavior, because it's the equivalent to them beating up some domestic violence, beating up on his wife and saying, why are you making me do this? Nobody's making you do that. Right? You're the one with this supposed power. How you going to threaten someone when you the one that's using the aggression? That doesn't even make sense. It's classic abuser behavior, man. Classic abusive behavior where these guys, they threaten you with what they might do and saying you're threatening them, so that's why they have to beat you upside the head every time. It's classic abuser behavior. We see this in a multitude. I mean, so many different avenues where you're dealing with people being amongst each other, where that bad person does that. They justify their bad behavior by basically saying, you're making me do this, and you need to do what I want you to do. Otherwise, I'm going to use aggression upon you, and you're threatening me. I don't want to do this, but I got to do it. Nobody's telling you to use lockdowns, Trudeau. Nobody's telling you, or be it the people that support you, your party folk, nobody's telling you to do that. You're threatening people with what you might not do. It's not like that person that's unvaccinated is telling you to lock down. No, you're doing that yourself. Classic abuser behavior. By the way, go fuck yourself, Justin Trudeau. You just watched a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake. Catch us live at 12 p.m. throughout the week over at youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and follow us over at odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. If you want to watch the entire video cast after the show is over, just be sure to become a member on the YouTube channel. Of course, the full audio portion of the podcast is available for free on all major digital platforms, or just visit forcanonsake.com.